their own 12-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ready? Like 80. Jack 16. Hey, check Mike.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Roethlisberger. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He's going to launch it. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
First carry for James Conner. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
180.
They'll try and run forward with Conner. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll run here with Conner. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Ready? 230.
They'll come out in the pistol. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Samuels. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
From the 31, Jackson is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, and now it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Steelers' 35-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
All right, now, 230. Coming in.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. Roethlisberger now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, 27 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Push him back.
They'll run here with Balaj. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Scrambling not particularly a Roethlisberger strong suit, but he does get the job done there and gets a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, it's Samuels. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Roethlisberger on target to Washington, and he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Roethlisberger will throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Jack 16. Mike 20. You draw Corker. Here we go. Six guys.
Third and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was third and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Boswell's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying to.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
This is Samuels. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. Roethlisberger now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Timmy Jernigan with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of Kane. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go. Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now it's Jackson, and this is incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bud Dupree tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Switzer on the return. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, 44 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And shutting him off, now open field. It's a foot race. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, exit.
Now Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at their 40.
From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Ja'Kai Polite. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch. Check.
Here's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
That's going to be a long day. 25, check 25, check 25.
Jackson. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Switzer. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 30-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Steps away to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Roethlisberger, and he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 16.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Now Roethlisberger to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Check! 230.
Check 45 to Mike. Here we go, D.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Kill, kill, kill.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check 99. Check 99. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight. Block it right.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Staying on the ground with Samuels. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
230. Alert.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike 40.
Go.
Roethlisberger to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Samuels. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
That! 180!
Mike, 45. Come on, D.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
It's 4th down.